Welcome back to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. My name's Connor Williams, and this is another one of our end of season player reviews. Yeah, this one is on Orel Mangala, who is a lone player who unfortunately got injured, suffered quite a bad injury, and did his cruciate ligament in and had to leave, unfortunately. So we didn't really see the full amount of him, but I'll talk about his stats and talk about how I thought his season got on, regardless of how long we've had him for. So he played 21 games all in all competitions for us and got one goal. 19 of them came in the Premier League, so did his goal. One in the FA Cup, one in the EFL Cup. 1,255 minutes in the Premier League, 14 starts, 19 matches overall. Like I said, one goal in the Premier League. In terms of his stats, one goal from an XG of 1.12. Assists, zero, out of an XG of 0.61 expected assists, but he's not that type of player. Pass accuracy, 90.3%, which is great to see. Doesn't matter that they're not assists. Sometimes it's important that we just keep the ball and you don't give the ball away cheaply, which is what he's done. Accurate long balls, 15, 68.2% successful accuracy for long balls, 8 chances created and one successful cross. Dribble success, 60.9, which is fantastic to see for your CDM centre mid. Tackles won, 8, 50% tackles won. Duels, 53. Aerial duels, 6-1. Interceptions, 21. Fouls committed, 24. Dribbled past only 3 times in the Premier League. I honestly thought his defensive stats would be a little bit better. He seems to be more of a container of the ball. You give it him, he can keep his dribble, not lose it, and will play the nice, simpler passes in the midfield to just keep possession and keep control of the game. He can tackle, obviously, but I really thought there'd be more defensive stats for him. Overall, I liked him at Everton. I thought he was decent. I thought for the first couple of games in the start, I thought he played really well for the first couple of months. And then unfortunately got his injury and had to go back to Lyon, where he was getting, probably get treatment on his cruciate. So unfortunate, really. I'd have liked to see him up through the end. Obviously, how that would have worked, he would have had to either keep James Garner out or Idrissa Gueye. I don't think he would have kept Idrissa Gueye out. I think they're two different type of players. I think it'd be him or Garner that you have to take out, which is still the case now with Irabunum. You have to, it's Idrissa Gueye and then whoever you put with him. So it's still really the same now at Everton. Overall, highlights of the season. There's not like a specific moment, but there are games that he played well in. I think he played well against Crystal Palace in the 2-1 win. I think he played really well in the Wolverhampton game as well in the 4-0 win over Wolverhampton, where Dawson got two of his, two goals, and so did Mangala. So I think they're the games where he played well. Unfortunately, I think he played well as well in the Brighton game till he went off. That game on the 25th of January, he played 84 minutes before going off. Played really well in the Tottenham game leading up to that. It's just such a shame that he got injured. He's a player that I think, at his age as well, he's 27. I think he was looking to really make some progress because he was started off at Anderlecht and then he's been at Stuttgart. He's been at Forest as well, which I think most of us know him from. Then he went to Lyon. He's not really played a lot of games for Lyon, 13 games overall. So I think he thought, if this goes well, we could get him. People think he might have been a Textor deal because Textor wanted us at the time. Either way, he was a player that I think had value and we've used and we could still use now, especially with how thin the squad looks next season. A lot of people are on about going in and getting him again from next season. Obviously, he's gone back to his parent club now. If the price is right, I would like it. Depends how his cruciate ligament recovery goes. That's a horrible injury to suffer. But if you can get back to the level he was and the price is right, I don't see the issue with going back in for him. They are big caveats, obviously, but overall, I think there's value in it, and we need some depth in this squad as well. I know we'll have Idrissa Gueye up in the air, which I'd like us to get a proper replacement for him, and I don't think that's Mangala. But if we could have a proper replacement for Gay, keep Idrissa Gueye maybe, then have Irabunum, who's still young and developing. Garner and him. It just gives us more options. They're a position that is one of the most demanding, and therefore one of the most one of the ones at most risk of injury. So you want to have a couple in your back pocket anyway. You don't want to be going into games where you go, I play with two centre mids and I've got four, because if one gets their leg broken in a freak accident and then the other one's gets his leg broke, you're a bit stumped then, aren't you? So if the price is right, I personally am all for going back in for him. Overall, his rating for the season, like I said, he's only played 1,255 minutes. I'm gonna give a 7 for him. I think he played well when he was here. Unfortunately, he got injured. You can't help that. That's beyond his control. But I'd like to see him back at Everton if the price was right. So I'm going to give him a 7 overall. That's all we've got time for though on Mangala. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and give me your thoughts on him, give me your rating for him for this season. But also, let me know, do you want Mangala? Do you think we should go back in for him in the summer? If the price is right, let me know. I look forward to reading them. I'll see you guys soon.